Hello guys, yes, welcome back to another video, and you join me in my room today. I really wanted to film this video outside, but yeah, it was pissing it down all morning, all through the afternoon, and yeah, I wanted to film outside, but whatever, we're inside now. Yes, Q&A time. So I did a little story yesterday on my Instagram saying ask me anything you want. Doesn't have to be camera or gear related, just ask me anything. So yeah, so be interesting with your questions and stuff. I've got a few good ones. I'm gonna go through them. I'm gonna answer pretty much the kind of light ones first, and then go into depth to the big questions at the end. Right, okay then. Got my phone here. Let's get started with the first bunch of questions then. Where are we? Where are we? We are here, okay. First DM is from Sam V. Holt. Thanks for the question. Hey man, big fan of your work and the effort you put into your videos and photos. Would you ever consider doing photo walks in different locations around the country? This guy is, yeah, he is from the UK. He did DM me a while ago saying that he's UK based and wants to meet up and shoot. Yes, I'm very interested in doing photo walks around the country. As you know, I very much like the coast down south, like the Jurassic Coast and stuff like that. And that's pretty much all I've kind of covered really. I haven't really covered the middle of the UK. I've kind of gone over to Wales and then all the way up top to the Lake District. So yeah, definitely do want to be more kind of diverse in where I travel and stuff, and there's a lot of stuff in the UK. I know that some people don't really think the UK is the best place for taking photos, but there's actually some really nice places. Some good coastlines, some good forests, mountains and stuff. Yes, we do have mountains over here. And yeah, a bunch of stuff like that. So yes, I basically want to explore more of the UK because after all I live here, so might as well make the most of this country. Next one. Okay, I like this question. This is from Andy_Holbrook. Thanks for your question. Do you ever get bored with your own style and want to change it but stick with it because that's your theme on Insta? In brackets he's put, I know you used to change around a lot back in the day. Yes, you're absolutely right, Andy, and thank you for being such a loyal follower. I did used to change my feed and my editing style nearly every week back in the day when I had my old account. I'll throw up a picture now, a screenshot now, of what my feed actually used to look like. So yeah, that was the first time we all went to San Francisco, and yeah, it was an awesome trip. And I had this kind of editing style. I had this very generic kind of orange and teal stuff that every single person was doing. Absolutely everyone was doing it. And even though it was getting likes in and, you know, getting the really good engagement and stuff like that, I didn't really like the way how I was editing. I've really actually gotten off the orange and teal now. If I look at a picture now, and you know how you get some people where, say if it's like grass outside it's green, but then they turn it into orange, and the blue and the sky, like the blueness of the sky has gone really like almost green colour and like a really harsh aqua colour. Yeah, I really don't like that way of editing anymore. So I have changed a lot. And so do I get bored of it? Yeah, I did get bored of it back then, but now I think I've pretty much nailed my editing style, that now when I edit my photos, I don't get bored. As you know, recently I posted a lot of Durdledore stuff down south in the UK and the Jurassic Coast stuff and the coastline. I posted a lot of that stuff and it's all kind of similar tones. And it's not all about how you edit, it's about where the places you take the photos as well will give off different tones. And if you go back to those places knowing you're going to get those tones again, then that's nice. It's such a pleasing aspect to look at a photo and you know those tones are what you like. And he then goes on to say, but stick with it because that's your theme on Insta. And when it comes to my tones, I try and keep the same aspects within the photos, but then try and mix up the variety of the shots. So I'll have, I don't know, the coast one day, and then I'll have a lake the next day, and then mountains the next day, and then probably a portrait next day. But all of them have different aspects of my tones in the shot. So I won't say I'm necessarily sticking to it, I just, because a different photo will give me a different vibe. And I don't know, I pick colours where they can go nicely with other colours. I said this way back in some of my previous videos that I did. It's important to choose the right colours that go with the right colours, because I think there's enough colours for me to kind of dabble into, which go with my whole theme of my Instagram, that it's not really sticking with it. There's enough variety there for me to mix it up if I want to. God, that's a hard question to ask. I don't know if that came across all right. That sounded very, very jumbled. Sorry if you didn't get that, but that's how I thought I should answer that question. Cheers. Okay, next one. I like this question from Hanban84. Tips for real estate photography if you have experience in this field. Yes. So funny enough, that's actually what I do for my main stream of kind of income with photography. I take photos of houses, interiors, rooms, the whole house, whatever. Everything to do with property, I take the photos. So yeah, I'm kind of self-contracted with an estate agents that they use me for their whole photography, you know, how they advertise their photos, advertise their houses and everything like that. I do all the photography for them. So yeah, I've been doing this for about, because I used to work as an estate agent as well, and I used to take the photos for that estate agent back in the day. That was going back 5 years now. I used to do that, so I've had a lot of experience in this field. I've been doing this now self-employed for about 2 years. And Hanban is asking lens if you can recommend for this type of photography. Okay, so tips basically if you go into the room, tips for real estate photography. I don't know if this is going to be a personal profile portfolio for you, or is it for a client or whatever, but mainly this is the thing, right? If people are scrolling through Rightmove, it's a thing we have in the UK if you want to look for a house, a website to look at houses, right? People just want to see the room. They don't want any fancy stuff going on. They don't want any bokeh. It's a completely different way of photography, basically. They just want to see the whole bloody room, basically. They can see that I have a bed there, they can see that I have a kitchen there, they can see that I can have tennis court or whatever, a swimming pool in the back. That's what they want to see. So I recommend getting a very wide lens. I'll actually show you which lens I use for this photography. This is my very first Sigma lens. It is an f4.5 to 5.6. HSM, it's the very old focusing system, works okay with the Sigma adapter I have on my Sony, it's alright. Not that sharp, it is a very, very old lens, but yeah, this is the lens I use. 8-16, super wide. This is actually an APS-C lens, is equivalent to a 14 to something, I don't know, full frame equivalent, you can look that up. But yeah, very, very wide lens. I'll actually put up a example right now. We'll actually take photos of in that kind of aspect of my photography. I'll actually show a photo which I'll put up now. Yeah, so other tips, I would say 4 corners are very important. So if you go into a room, you've got 4 corners in a room. Some rooms have 5 or whatever, it doesn't matter. There's normally 4 corners in a room. So first corner, take a photo looking that way. Then say that corner, take a photo looking that way. Then that way, then that way. So you've got all 4 corners, all aspects of the room. If it's got a fancy desk or anything, or some fancy things, maybe take that separately. Make sure it's nice light outside. Natural light is very, very important. Also, if the room has any lights in, put all the lights on so you get the aesthetic there. Just makes it warmer and more pleasing to look at the photo. So yeah, those are probably my first tips. Get a wide angle lens, 8mm or 10mm, 16-35 works okay, but if it's a very small room, again, you probably need wider than that. So yeah, those are my tips. Hope you found that useful. Thanks for the question. Okay, so this seems to be a trend on my questions here. So 3 people have asked the same question. First of all, it was Northern ELG. I love your feed, by the way, dude. Very nice. Sick got one question. How did you get into photography? There's another guy here saying, how did you get into photography? Same question. And then I got another DM from Kiss Peter. Is photography your full-time job? If so, how did you come to that point? Yes, that seems to be asked a lot on my feed and whatever. So yeah, how did I get into photography? I've been taking photos. I've answered this question a bunch of times in other Q&As. So long story short, I started taking photos when I was 15 with one of my parents' cameras, a little point and shoot. Loved it so much. I really fell in love with the bokeh effect and stuff like that. And back then I kept calling it contrast for some reason, that I'll take something very close in the foreground and then it'll have that bokeh effect in the background. I somehow named it contrast. I was like, oh my god, look at this contrast, look at this contrast. I kept on saying that. And then I went into nightclub photography up in London. Some of my mates were PRs up there in some of the clubs around Mayfair and stuff like that. So I used to take photos up there for their PR company. Yeah, so inside the clubs and stuff. And I did those kind of light trails around people, which was very popular back then. And then I dabbled into some freelance work, for not very long, and then I worked as a estate agent. Then I came out of that because I absolutely hated it, and then I do my self-employed stuff now. I still take photography of the houses, but I do various freelance work for car brands or watch brands or stuff like that, and it's going okay. So from a young age I've really liked photography. I don't know why. It's just that really pleasing thought that you can capture something and it stays there on an SD card. Yeah, so that's how I came into photography. It's just been always an interest to me, really. Again, with filmmaking, the same thing. It's always been an interest. Right, so thanks for your questions on there. Now, let's get to the big one. A lot of people are probably waiting for this because it's the title of this video. Yeah, I decided to put it in the title because, you know, that's what we do nowadays, clickbait. And it's a hot topic, so let's talk about it. Okay, one guy asked, Samuel S. Shades, he's a regular Q&A questioner on my thing, yeah, whatever. How to get serious legit followers, not ghost followers. That kind of ties in with another question I got from Alex, which is a regular to my feed and to my channel. Let's have a look here. He said, really stunning shot here, Fraser. I love the vanishing point and the tonal contrast in the image were crazy good. Thanks very much, mate. My question, what do you think of Instagram's promotion options? What legitimate ways are there to grow your viewer base without having to sell out the app? With their algorithm, us little guys are completely Right. So basically, this is about the Instagram algorithm here. Oh god. This video is probably 10 minutes long already, but let's go into it. Let's do it. So Instagram algorithm. A lot of people nowadays are getting so beat up about this bloody algorithm and this Instagram putting photos in your feed which you don't really want to see, but Instagram thinks you want to see them, and they're not, and then actually Instagrammers, their photos are not turning up in other people's feeds, and they're only turning up in half people's feeds, and it's only getting 10% reach and all this crap, okay? So I've had trouble with this algorithm as well. It's a strange one. It's a strange one because a lot of people complaining about the algorithm, a lot of people complaining that, oh, I've only got half my likes that I used to get 1 year ago. I mean, there is some truth in the fact that if you post a photo in the first 10 minutes or in the first hour, if it reaches 10% of your followers, then it pushes out to all your followers. I've heard that floating around the internet. I've heard it from other Instagrammers. I've even kind of believed it myself, but I think that's always how Instagram has been. I mean, way back in the day, obviously it wasn't when Instagram first started, but I think they've kind of implemented this algorithm very slowly along the way of the whatever 8 years it's been out. Yeah, within the first 10 minutes, supposedly, if you get good engagement, if you get good comments, if you get good likes meaning like your maximum likes, that is good. Your photo gets pushed out to the rest of your followers. So the people getting beat up about it and the people that have small channels that can't grow and stuff, I mean, you got to look back and think, are you posting your best content you can post? Are you posting your finest quality? I always bang on about this, quality content over a load of average content, okay? I did a test, right? And I was posting Lake District shots on my Instagram after I came back from Lake District. People liked them, but they weren't doing that well. They weren't getting over 1,000 likes. So I tested it and posted a Durdledor shot, which was this one. Focus. Yeah, I posted that one, and as you can see, it's got 2,600 likes. That's good for me. That's a really good engagement. It's got over 61 comments unanswered, so that's comments coming down from people that I haven't said thank you for, that I haven't said thank you to. So 2,600 likes, and that's next to this photo which got 1,000 likes. So that's one from the Lake District, and then after that I posted a couple of snowy ones. That one's got 800 likes. So it's so strange. I don't know how to explain it really. If you're posting your best content, then you're going to get the engagement there. If you look back at what you posted on your Instagram and what people liked, what people followed you for your photos, if you look back and what you initially started posted, they're the followers are going to stick. Not necessarily the new ones, because everyone's doing this follow to follow crap, which I hate. But if you look at your genuine followers, look at the people who has followed you for a long time and like your stuff and appreciate your stuff, those are the people that you want to reach out. And if you're putting out content which those people are going to respect, those people are going to like, your engagement's going to be high. So, and you really have to be on point with it. Every photo has to be done well. Every photo has to be, every piece of content you put out has to be 100%. Like nowadays, it's so competitive with the Instagram community, with all these photographers coming out nowadays. I mean, a lot of people are copying other people, a lot of people copying trends and all this. I mean, they'll do all right, but then they'll start to trickle down because other people will see that, oh, hold on. Why is this guy copying this guy? Why is this copying this guy? So guys, be original. You can go take photos in the same area, but it's like I said in my last Q&A, which is ages ago now, you have to spice it up. You have to be original. You have to look, you can't just go to a mountain and think, oh yeah, that's that famous mountain I see on Instagram, and just snap the photo. You kind of have to look at it and be like, how can I make this different to other people? How can I make this stand out from all the other mountain pictures on Instagram right now? How can I make it stand out? And how can I make people, when I post that photo, instantly comment and instantly like, and therefore my engagement is good. So guys, Instagram algorithm, you can't beat it. It's what it is now. Facebook are doing it. Snapchat is horrible, to be fair. Snapchat is doing it. It gathers up content and puts it in your feed, thinking that's what you want to see. Okay, so you kind of have to play with it, right? You kind of have to play with that. That comes back to what I was saying earlier. Look at what your followers really want you to post. This comes back to another thing where if you're posting content that you know your followers want to see, but you're not necessarily liking it, that's a different game. If that's happening to you and you're posting this content and it's doing well, but you're not really happy with it yourself, start to implement your own content that you like, as well as the content that does well. And then have that slow transition, and then maybe your followers will start to, respect different content coming out. Because that's what Instagram used to be. You used to follow content. Way back in the day, you used to follow people that, okay, this guy posts mountains, I'm going to follow him because he posts mountains. And then one day he posts a coffee shop and he gets no likes. Then he's moaning, oh, why has my picture got no likes? Maybe because you're posting all this mountain stuff and you are a mountain Instagrammer and you're a person that's posted mountains for like forever, and then you post a coffee shop. I don't know why people moan to say they're getting less likes. I mean, if you post something that's not going to do well and it's content that's people that's never seen before, then obviously it's not going to be liked as much and the engagement's not going to be high enough. So guys, at the end of the day, my point is to play with the algorithm because you can't really beat it. All these engagement groups as well, these DM groups that you can try and beat the algorithm, no, it doesn't work. Because you're fighting against the algorithm and Instagram's not going to like that. Not being funny, but I probably wouldn't even doubt that Instagram will try and get into these engagement groups and try and shut them down because they'll see it as probably spam or something like that. That's probably coming, But anyway, yeah. Anyway, that was a long answer. I'm sorry if it's all like jumbled and stuff, but that's just my outlook on it. Post the content your followers want to see. Get creative, be original, keep posting that really, really good content you can post. Respect your followers, be genuine to your followers. Don't try all this kind of copying trends and all this other stuff because it gets too messy. So yeah, be original to you, be original to your style, and just smash it, kill it. If you've already done that in the past, then you know how to do it again. For photographers coming up nowadays, the new ones, I'd say find your niche, find what you're good at taking, and just push it out. And if people aren't taking a liking to it, then maybe try and mix it up a little bit, but don't lose your originality. Try and keep your style within there. But yeah, that's just my take on it. I've moaned about it a couple of times on my stories and stuff, but it's over now. It's not, Instagram's not gonna listen. I mean, there's been rumors in the news that they're gonna go back to the chronological feeds where they show your photos in order, but the algorithm's still there, guys. They're still gonna push content to you that you think you wanna see. That's just how it is. The only way you're gonna be successful with that algorithm is to adapt to the algorithm. That's the best advice I can give. Don't try and beat it, adapt to it. Forgot to mention, he also said about the business promotions. Business promotions, okay. Oh God, this video is gonna be so long. What do you think about Instagram's promotion options? What legitimate ways? Right, promotion options. I tried this once. Yes, I admit it. I tried it once. Yeah, Instagram. If you're a business account, you can see analytics and stuff like that, and you can also pay for promotions. You can pay for promotions to look at your profile, to look at your website, to look at a few other things as well. You can pay $5, $10, or $20 or whatever. I paid $10 for 40,000 reach. It was a promotion on one of the Lake District shots, I think. I don't know what exact photo. Well, I can't remember now. Yeah, so I paid $10 for 40,000 reach, and you can see that. And once you pay for it, you can see the bar at the bottom, and it displays the money you've paid along the timeline. So it was going like $1, $1.50, $1.85, $2, and so on. And it did absolutely nothing. It didn't do anything at all. It was getting reach, but like 50 an hour or something. I deleted it after about 5 hours I had it. It was just doing nothing. And this is another rumor. If you have a business account, it's rumored that your photos aren't being pushed out to as many followers as it would a personal account. So that's why Instagram put promotions on there, so you can buy their product. Again, that's a rumor, but yeah, don't do promotions. It doesn't work. Well, from my experience anyway, it doesn't really work. So I cancelled it, and I only spent like $2 something. Hopefully I've only spent $2, not $10, because it wasn't working. And I had about 3,000 reach on the photo already, and 50 to 100 adding to that is not over 5 hours. Is not. The thing runs for 24 hours. If I'm only getting 50 reach to 100 reach in 5 hours, then what the hell? That can go up naturally if I don't have a promotion thing. So yeah, don't do Instagram promotions. But my opinion. Hope that answers your question, Alex and Samuel, and probably the rest of you were interested to know about the algorithm and stuff and how to grow. Hope you got something from that very long answer. Thanks for your question. Okay, that's done. That's done. Over that one now. Easy question at the end. I just put this in to calm the mood. If you can go anywhere in the world, where would you go for shooting photos, purely vacation? Thank you, SVAMPSI. I don't know how to say your name, so I said all the letters. Iceland is next on my list. I really want to go to Iceland. It's just crazy seeing photos from there on Instagram. I'm really getting inspired to go to that place and do some filming and take some photos. Yeah, that's my next place to go. Yes, I think that's pretty much it for my Q&A, guys. Sorry if I didn't answer some of your questions that you've asked me. I know I've got a few DMs now that people are asking me. I'll answer them personally within the DM. But yeah, sorry I couldn't answer everything on here. I know Q&As tend to be quite long, and this video is probably 20 minutes. But good for AdSense. Okay, whatever, guys. Right. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Much more content to come. Bye.